So Cartoon Network just released a bizarre anti-racism ad. And I've got to say, it's honestly really cringe. Cartoon Network. The Crystal Gems say be anti-racist. You have to acknowledge racism to act against it. Don't be silent. Use your voice and privilege to help. Emoji fist black. Emoji fist tan. Emoji fist a little bit more tan. Emoji fist yellow? What the hell do they mean by yellow? Fist emoji white, fist emoji another tan. One has to wonder what exactly they mean, but all of this sounds a lot like, well, critical race theory, aka far left propaganda. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the Twitter, we're going to talk about this bizarre ad released by Cartoon Network. Now, if you look in the profile of this account, official Twitter account for Cartoon Network. So this is literally the real account for Cartoon Network. And they're spreading this for children. This video they made is meant for children. They go on to say, stay tuned for more hashtag anti-racism PSAs from Crystal Gems and visit crystalgemsspeakup.com to learn more. So what is in this video, you might ask? We're going to find out. But before we do, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell button for notifications for more content. And if you like this video, share it online by posting it on social media and showing others this insanity. Now let's roll the clip. There's a lot to break down here.
Hey, when we're older, let's get married. Ha! You can't get married. Why not?
Now at this moment, my first thought was, well, because they're both boys, obviously. And traditionally, marriages between men and women, that's where I thought this was going, like they were going with this. But actually, no.
Why not? Black people can't marry white people.
Hey now.
What the fuck was that?
Oh,
Hey now.
it's Garnet from Steven Universe.
Kids.
I like how they say this like anyone actually cares about Steven Universe. Perhaps one of the most cancerous TV shows, well, cancerous cartoon shows on the network, on TV, pretty much anywhere. Because Steven Universe is pretty much absolute cancer, promoting themes such as, there are no genders, but for some reason we're all women, forced merging. I mean, it's actually a big black rabbit hole. Wasn't there that episode where one of the gems forced themselves on another gem and forced a fusion? And this is basically a really bad message to kids, because you're basically saying that if you want to get consent from a gem or a girl, and they say no, it's totally okay to do it anyway, apparently. It's a weird show.
Kids. Don't be racist.
Cut.
This is the cheesiest job I've ever done. Stuff like this doesn't actually happen in real life. Whoa there.
Are you kidding? It totally does.
Just because this has never happened to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
So you can already see the brainwashing and programming here. Obviously, the white guy with blonde hair is, well, he's the bad guy, because he's a straight white male. And obviously, this is honestly just really disappointing and really disgusting. The idea that a white boy or a white person can't experience any sort of racism is despicable. The entire idea of anti-racism, have you ever heard that? The progressive or regressive left saying, it's not enough to be not racist, we have to actively be anti-racist. This is an idea from the far extreme left. And what they do is they say that, well, you better be an ally. You better do what we tell you and actively be anti-racist. What does that even mean? Most people aren't racist, but they're saying that's not good enough. You also have to push their far left ideology. It is brainwashing, it is propaganda, and they are literally pushing this on children. What is the message? Well, just like the tweet says, use your privilege to help. In other words, they're saying that if you're white, you have privilege. If you're white, you never have had to suffer from discrimination. And they're telling this to little kids.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Seriously, I didn't know.
Yeah, everyone messes up sometimes.
Probably one of the most hilarious scenes in this is the idea that all you gotta do for the far left, like to be accepted, is say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake." And they're gonna say, "Oh, it's fine, everybody makes mistakes." No, you're gonna get canceled. You see, at this moment, that little straight white male would be banned from his job as an actor, would be harassed on social media, and would be canceled. The left is the one pushing cancel culture, and make no mistake, the progressive left is an angry mob that will totally destroy you, your life, and your family for stepping out of line. They're a mafia.
But you gotta realize it hurts to deal with racism. And when people act like it's not real, it makes it feel even worse.
Yeah, it sucks for everybody, you know? There seems to be a lot of anti-sentiment towards a whole lot of people, including white people. If you think that it's impossible for white people to be discriminated against, then I would take a very hard look in the mirror and examine your personal biases. Anybody can be discriminated against. Anybody can suffer from racism. Anybody.
You have to acknowledge racism to work against it. You kids better work on this before the wedding.
Whoa, that's just for the script.
So, I want to barf. I really do. This was terrible for a lot of reasons. It isn't just blatant cultural Marxism or far-left propaganda. They actually believe this, and they actually put this on Cartoon Network. Who is working at the studio? Far-left extremists, far-left individuals with far-left ideology are trying to brainwash children with critical race theory and basically program them to hate themselves and feel guilty for things that they didn't even do. White people bad. It's just really upsetting to see this. You know, if I had a child, I would not want them watching this vile garbage. Now, the left-wing response to this would be pretty typical. They would say something like, "What do you mean? This is simply a video about not being racist." Is it? Is it really? There's a difference between not being racist and the idea of anti-racism. This is not a video about not being bigoted and not discriminating. This is a video discriminating against those who are white, calling them privileged, and saying that it's your fault. You should be an ally. And if you're not an ally, you're a bigot. It's completely deranged. So if you click on the link to the website that they're promoting, you see the following. Cartoon Network, Steven Universe, The Crystal Gems say, be anti-racist. Oh, isn't that cute? Far-left propaganda. Cartoon Network stands behind anti-racism as part of our commitment to fostering inclusion and equity. Notice how they don't say equality. Equality is the idea that everyone gets treated exactly the same. Equity is the idea that everyone is forced to be the same. Forced. That if you have it better than somebody else, you're going to have what you have taken away so that it can be reallocated, redistributed to other people. Kind of like socialism. There's something deeply disturbing about propaganda, and there's something even more sinister when that propaganda is aimed at children. I like how many progressive and woke ideas they're trying to push all at once. But what's really disturbing is selling the idea that unless you become a far-left ally, that you're a bad person. I find that absolutely despicable and unacceptable. No, just because you're not woke, that doesn't mean you're bad. Because these people are insane and they discriminate all the time. Don't believe me? Ask them if they think that white people can be victims of discrimination. If they, yeah, just ask them. They're gonna say no, no way, they don't believe that, which completely exposes their own discrimination. It's hypocrisy of the highest level. Now, some people are roasting Cartoon Network. You couldn't pay Frylock's voice actor after his house was destroyed. You turned down Children of Ether for High Guardian Spice. You made fun of the death of OG Panthro's voice actor who is black, and censored an episode of The Boondocks. This is what Cartoon Network has become. Vile propaganda. They used to be great. Their little shorts and skits actually used to be good. But that, my friends, is pretty much the story. This is really bad. And I think we're gonna stop with this comment. Ren says, bloody hell. Glad I grew up with cartoons that helped me in the process of becoming an adult, instead of this bullshit. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Oh, God. Just Ooh, man. Ooh. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. As always, if you want to support the channel, share the video, help us fight those algorithms. And honestly, for the love of God, make sure that parents know what their children are watching. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.